Uh, Happy day 13 of Vlogmas, everyone. Uh, Nothing too in-depth today. I've got a list. This is going to be my top 10 personal favorite Stephen King characters to date. There are a few of his newer books I haven't read, and there's a couple of his older ones that I've heard are fantastic that I haven't read in a really long time, which I'm going to reread again to refresh. So don't pitchfork and torch me if I miss one of your favorites, but please tell me if if any of these are disagreeable. Now, I was lucky to have most of the books so that I could show you the book that each person is in, or character. But a couple I don't, thanks to my awesome flood. So let's just get started. These are my top 10 favorite Stephen King characters. And at number 12, right away I don't have this book. It died in my flood. We learned something new here at the GKBC. So right here, somewhere, you will see the book. The book will be Needful Things, and the character is Sheriff Alan Pangborn. I'm not usually a pure white knight good guy type of fan, but he's not quite fully a white knight. You know, he's got his cracks, he's got his skeletons, but he's still he never breaks from the path, and he stands. So I really like that. Yeah, and so Alan Pangborn is number 12. Number 11 is another book that I don't have right now, although Needful Things could have worked for that too. But, and I'm just going to do this for my editor, at number 11, right up here, will be the book Different Seasons for the character Ace Merrill. See, he could have worked for Needful Things as well. He's just a bad dude. He is the epitome of what you think a 1950s and early 1960s big bad bully hood would be. I mean, and he's not the type that you could stand up to because he'll just flat out kill you. He'll make you unlive. But yeah, he's a great character and played to absolute perfection by Kiefer Sutherland in the movie Stand By Me. He's from The Body, by the way. I know I said Different Seasons, and I think I said Stand By Me, but the short story or novella is called The Body. Okay, now luckily I have the rest of the top 10 right here. So at number 10, is that in the frame? Okay, good. At number 10, we have Doom McKee, and we have Wireman. He's, well, I don't want to ruin it for you if you haven't read it yet, and this isn't a spoilers ahead video. This is just, my characters. So Wireman is just a great character. He's a great friend. He's brave. He's just about everything you want. So Wireman from Doom McKee. Up next, oh, this is for my daughter. She likes it when I slam the big ones down. This is Under the Dome, and this is absolutely a chunk. I mean, look at that thing. You could really bulk up with Stephen King books sometimes. In this book, though, is a character named Big Jim Rennie. And I can't remember if he's the first selectman or the second selectman. I've heard some people say he's the mayor. He's not the mayor. He's smart because he stays one step under. And he is... It's crazy how... I mean, everybody knows under the dome comes down, the town is cut off from everything, and then chaos ensues. Big Jim Rennie takes complete advantage of that to take over and be in charge. And he does it so slimy. Big Jim Rennie. We're not even going to talk about his kid. His kid's another kind of nuts. Okay, that was number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. And at number 8, we have an unsung hero. From the book Desperation, we have Mary Jackson. She is the unsung hero. She is the chosen one by Tack. And she will earn your respect, your admiration, and it's really hard not to really like her. It's just a damn shame what happened to her character when it got flipped for the regulators. It really is. I hope you heard that sound of disgust from behind the camera, because the daughter of Groz is running the camera today. AJ's at work. And we all just hated that, because Mary is a fantastic character. Her inner resolve and her strength in this, well, she's a bad mamma jamma. How about that? Mary Jackson from Desperation is number 8. At number 7. Number 7 and number 6 both can't come from the same book series. And this is the best copy that I have at this point of this series. This is Wizard and Glass from the Dark Tower series. The number 7 is Roland, the gunslinger. I guess I could have showed you the gunslinger for Roland. Probably should have. But if you read the original, then you know that he's not actually called Roland in the gunslinger. He's called the gunslinger. It was only through the rewrites and the changes that the first book had his name. So Roland, I mean, is there anything else to say about Roland that Stephen King fans don't know? I don't think so. So let's move on to number 6. I wonder right now if anybody can guess who number 6 is. Not the girl behind the camera, though, because she already knows the list. But I just wonder if anybody out there can guess. And if you guessed it right, be honest and tell me in the comments. I'd be curious to see if you could figure that out. Number 6 is Oi of Midworld. The Billy Bumbler. Jake's best friend. The truest member of the quartet. Love Oi. We all did when we read this. The daughter hasn't read this yet, but she knows who Oi is because we talked about him so much. The Groz mother even bought us these little dudes, these little like almost Beanie Baby dudes that looked similar to what we thought Oi looked like. Right now, no idea. So, but that's okay. Oi. That's numbers 6 and 7 from the Dark Tower. At number 5 and number 4, also, sorry, from the same book, we have Salem's Lot. And from here we have the two bad guys, Straker and Barlow. Okay, this is going to be tough. Barlow in this book is an eloquent, educated, well-spoken British gentleman who just happens to be a soul-sucking vampire. Fantastic. Straker is very fascinating and interesting, and he is basically the Renfield to Barlow's Dracula. And then in the miniseries from 1979 done by Tobe Hooper, Straker stays the same, and he's just as awesome, played by James Mason. But Barlow turns into this like monstrous, almost Nosferatu-ish creature. All of his grace and his eloquence is gone. He's just with rat teeth. And for some reason it works just as well. We're not going to talk about the remake with from 2004, I think it was, with Rob Lowe. Ooh. But Straker and Barlow at numbers 4 and 5. At number 3, traveling the country in her RV, eating the steam from the roofs, is Rose the Hot. I just did a series of videos on the Torrance family and the Shining and Doctor Sleep, and I talked a lot about Rose the Hat, so I'm not going to talk any more about her today. Just, she's my number 3 favorite character by him so far. Now, number 2 is going to be someone that you're probably not going to remember. You more than likely haven't heard of. But when I read Dolores Claiborne, tangent, check that out. Isn't he snazzy? That's good looking stuff. And he's even got a cat in his hand, so that's cool. But you might not remember from this book, not the movie. The movie was fantastic, but he's not in the movie. The coroner. I think they say the little Scotchman, Dr. John McAuliffe. He's intense and focused, and he almost breaks Dolores Claiborne. Almost. If it wasn't for a stupid public servant, he would have. And I just feel, and I always have felt, and I'm going to say this again when I do this video, which actually Dolores Claiborne is the next book that will be featured in my Stephen King book club videos. Dr. John McAuliffe deserves at least his own short story. I mean, Steve wrote the Bill Hodges thing, and he's still writing about stupid Holly Gibney. And, you know, he wrote this ridiculous Dr. Sleep sequel. Okay, well, how about Dr. John McAuliffe? You know, I mean, it just seems like that would be a good series of him, like, solving crimes and stuff, or whatever. I don't know. But Dr. John McAuliffe is number 2 all time for me. And at number 1, I could have put a Dark Tower book here. I could have put The Stand. Instead, I give you The Eyes of the Dragon. And even though he's not named Flagg in this book, not that I remember. Oh, he is named Flagg. My apologies. It's been a long time since I read this. There you go. Roast me. I made a mistake. Flagg is my favorite character by Stephen King. He's everything I want in a bad guy. And he's so charming as a bad guy. It's a lot of the time. Not in this so much. But the only thing I don't like about Flagg is how he's eventually killed. And we'll get to that eventually. So I won't say any more about it right now. But Randall Flagg is my number 1. If I know there's a lot of Stephen King fans out there watching, well, maybe a few of you. I don't have a lot of people watch, then tell me who your favorites are. If you disagree with something I've said, tell me. You know, I mean, I'm curious. But yeah, that's my video for today. Vlogmas day 13. I've made it 13 days in a row while struggling to hold down food and barely sleeping. So go me, right? Go check out Jack is Bored. That's the daughter of Groz's channel. She's also doing Vlogmas. Hers is basically all animation of a sort. And she's getting a little discouraged. She's not seeing quite the viewership that she would like, considering the work she's putting in. Even though her videos are short, she's still putting work into them. And you know, come on, people, let's build her up. I mean, this community is all about building other people up, and you know, helping smaller channels grow and getting words out there. And I know that she's not technically part of the BookTube community. I think that she is, because she is my editor and she's been a part of a few videos. So let's help her out, you know? I mean, give her the boost. You know, I mean, imagine being 14 and trying something new like this. And you know, I mean, let's get the word out there. So Jack is Bored. I will post her channel down below. Thanks to everybody who comments. I answer every comment. So I'm not going to finish with anything today. I'm just going to finish with, go check out the daughter of Groz's channel, and let me know your characters if you want. But as always, read more.